I'm about to tell you exactly how I got to my first $5,000 a month as an outdoor and travel UGC creator with less than 6,000 Instagram followers, and how you can do it too. I've never really told this full story, so I'm actually really excited to do this episode, but I'm gonna start from the very beginning of my UGC journey, where it all started. Oh my god, can't see. Where it all started. So let's dive in. This episode is a little bit different. I'm not in a recording studio. I am in a hotel on the beach in Mexico, which is so crazy. And I literally am shooting a $1,700 UGC deal while I'm here, which like almost paid for all of my 10-day trip to Mexico, which is like pretty freaking cool. But I wrote some notes, so if you see me kind of looking down, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm like looking down at my notes because I want to like make sure I tell this full story and do it justice. So this story really starts in May of 2019 when I graduated college. I went to a small college called Point Loma Nazarene University in San Diego, and I studied political science and writing. And when I graduated, I got a job working for an elected official at the city of San Diego, which feels like a totally different life now, but I was genuinely really excited and like grateful for this job opportunity. I like thought that I wanted to work in politics, but I ultimately just realized it was not the job for me. I was sitting at a desk most days and was constantly dealing with angry emails and phone calls from constituents, and I hated it. Like I would go home crying some days, like it was that bad. Plus I wasn't making that much money, like at all, if we're being real. And then I got a job at a political marketing agency, which was also just a classic corporate desk job, but we went remote like a couple weeks into me getting the job because of COVID. And the next year and a half of working remote really changed the way that I thought about work and the possibility of being able to travel while working. So summer of 2021, I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go sublet a room in New York City for a few months since I can work from wherever I want. And I just kind of wanted a change of scenery and to do something different. I'd never lived anywhere other than Southern California. And it was such a fun summer. Like, I'm obviously more of an outdoorsy girl than a city girl, so it was definitely a different experience, but I really enjoyed it. Like, New York was super fun, and I was only there for 3-4 months, but it was fun. Like, it was a really fun experience. But about a month before my sublet ended in New York, my job told me that everyone was expected to go back into the office, like, in the next couple months. And I was like, oh, absolutely not. Like, immediately I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way after experiencing like a working remote and working from home that I can go back to sitting behind a desk for 8 hours every day. Like, there was just no way. So I put in my notice at my job with honestly no real plan, but that's where I thrive the most as a human. Like, when I force myself to figure it out, I'll make shit work. Like, that's just how I function. And I didn't have a lease at the time because I had that sublease in New York, and I had this like kind of wild idea. I was like, what if I built out the back of my Subaru and went on a multi-month road trip around the western US? Like, what if? My family and friends at the time were like, what? Because although I was like definitely always adventurous and spontaneous, I wasn't super outdoorsy. Like, I'd camped before, but I definitely wasn't super outdoorsy or had done anything remotely like that in my life. And so it was different for me, and people in my life were like a little bit confused. I'm a very passionate person, some might call it stubborn. And so once I have an idea in my head, I'm like, I'm doing it, period. I want to make it happen. So I did, and I spent the next month building out the back of my Subaru with my dad, which was such a fun experience, so that I could live in it. And in order to make ends meet while I was on the road, I decided to pick up some freelance jobs. So I got on Upwork, which is a freelancing platform, and I applied for like copywriting and social media management jobs on there. And I got a few clients and was making roughly like, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000 a month with that. So it was enough to like get me by while I like lived in my car for a few months. And those next few months were quite the adventure. They really were. It was both amazing and really difficult. Like living out here is hard. It is. But it again like opened my eyes to the possibilities of what I could do with my life and being able to travel full time and like work from wherever I want. So when that trip ended, I took a big leap and moved to Lake Tahoe, which if you don't know, it's a small town on a beautiful lake on the California-Nevada border, and I'm obsessed with it. It's like the best place in the whole world. If you've never been, you have to go. I love Tahoe so much, but I didn't know anybody who lived there, like at all. But this random opportunity kind of fell into my lap where this guy was traveling Europe for the whole winter and he needed someone to stay at his house and watch his dogs. So I got super cheap rent, which isn't common in Tahoe. It's an expensive place to live. And it was just like the perfect opportunity. And I was like, oh my God, you know what? I'm just gonna move to Tahoe. Why not? And then I got a seasonal job at the ski resort in that town. And I did that for the winter, working in their food court. It was actually super fun. And then I kept on one of my freelance clients. So again, I was making, I don't know, not that much, probably like $4,000, maybe $5,000 a month with those jobs. And then my life very suddenly changed in January of 2022. I posted a silly little video on TikTok that went absolutely viral and kind of like changed everything for me. Single people who like to go on adventures, stop what you're doing and tell me that a singles camping trip isn't the best idea you've heard in a long time. Just picture 20 of us in the mountains, in the woods, in the desert, just hanging around for like 4 days. I mean, come on. I'm gonna plan it, so like, comments if you wanna come. That video led me to creating an outdoor community for solo travelers that blossomed into over 20,000 members within a few months of starting it. Like, it was so crazy. It's called Outsiders Together. And once the ski season ended and I was out of a job at the ski resort, I decided to go all in on Outsiders Together and kind of made that my full-time job and like passion. Like, I made merch, I planned dozens of meetups, I mean, like, genuinely several every month, and I was like traveling all over the place. It was crazy. Overnight camping trips, even international trips, and we even released an app. That was genuinely one of the best years of my life. Like, I had so much fun. I traveled so much, I met so many people. It was incredible. I look back on that time with such fondness, but it was like everything happened so fast and I really threw myself into this business and I loved it with everything in me, but I got super burnt out really fast, and I wasn't making that much money from it. So like, it was a new business and I didn't really know what the heck I was doing, but it was a lot of work and it was hard. Wintertime came around, trips slowed down, and I was once again trying to figure out how to make more money so I could keep traveling. And then one day as I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw an ad about UGC, or user generated content. And I didn't know what UGC was exactly, but I was familiar with the concept since I was in the outdoor and travel creator space. And I actually have a friend, Shelby, who she's an outdoor influencer, and Shelby was doing UGC. And she had told me a bit about it, but I didn't quite like grasp what it was, I think, or like understand that it was UGC, if that makes sense. But when I saw this ad for the UGC program, I was like super intrigued. So my friend Shelby had been doing UGC and she kind of told me about it and like what she was doing, and I just don't think I really grasped what it was at the time, until I like kept seeing it pop up on my Instagram and I was like getting ads for this UGC program. So I've been posting to my personal accounts and like trying to grow a following for quite some time, but I got super burnt out from sharing my life 24/7 and could not figure out, honestly, how to grow a large audience and just like felt super stuck. So when I started seeing more and more about UGC pop up, I got super intrigued. So I was like, wait, there's a way to make money as a content creator without having a following? And I don't have to post this content to my accounts? And I can actually make a living doing this? Like, is this too good to be true? Like, that's how it felt. But I did more research and decided I might as well try this UGC thing. Because I knew I was good at content and I was creative and I was just like, I don't know, I feel like I could do this. And guys, I kid you not, when I say like I go all in on shit, I go all in on shit. Like, really, I do. And I joined a $5,000 UGC program, which is crazy to say out loud. $5,000 is so expensive. I literally had to borrow money to join this program, but like I promised myself, I was like, I'm gonna make this work. Like, I have to. And that's just kind of how I am as a person. I like put myself in these situations where it's like, no, do or die. Figure it out. That's where I thrive. And honestly, the program is great. I don't regret it at all, but obviously the price tag was kind of gnarly. So this is what the program looked like. Basically, I worked on learning the basics of UGC and built up a small portfolio of example work. And then this company running the program set up an email automation system for me where like they kind of automatically did all the pitching and it was like en masse. And I feel like throughout the like 2 months of pitching in the program, they sent over like 5,000 emails. Like, it was actually crazy, like so many emails, but it worked. Like by month 4 as a UGC creator, I had my first $5,000 month. And most of that was from like small one-off deals. So like I was working a lot. I was putting in a lot of work. And like a few package deals. And then I had one retainer client at $2,400 a month where I was doing 16 videos a month for them for their social media. And then some social media community management. So like I was working a lot. It's a lot of work. But I liked the work of UGC. Like I got to be creative. It allowed me to continue traveling and I liked it. Like I liked doing the content. And guys, that first year as a UGC creator, like doing content creation full time, I made 6 figures. Like, what? That is still so crazy to me because what do you mean? Like, I was a beginner at this and I just like made over $100,000 in my first year. So, needless to say, the hard work in the beginning definitely paid off. I was able to get my own apartment in Tahoe. I bought a camper van, and I was able to work from wherever I wanted. Literally, I have UGC to thank for all of that. UGC literally changed my life. And in 2023, I started traveling full-time out of my camper van with my dog, Cedar. And I worked with over 40 outdoor travel and lifestyle brands that year as I traveled around the US. I got a steady income average of like $6,000 to $8,000 per month doing UGC part-time. I was working probably like 25 hours per week. And I literally made more than I did at my corporate job. Like while traveling and working part-time. That's insane. Like I was literally living my dream life. But all because of UGC. The thing about the program that I took when I started was that although it helped me a ton in getting my first few clients, it left me trying to figure out how to continue pitching and get clients. So the next year was a lot of trial and error, a lot of learning. And I learned so much during that time about UGC and like how to pitch and how to get clients, how to land 4-figure deals, how to get retainer clients, all of those things. And also the program that I took doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, so then I started having a lot of other creators coming to me and being like, how are you doing this? Like, what is UGC? How did you get into this? Like, how can I do this? Because I want to do what you're doing. And I started off by just like teaching some people that I knew about it. And I saw it work for them too. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is crazy. Like, maybe I can teach other people how to do this. So in 2024, I decided to start teaching other people online. how to become UGC creators without a $5,000 program investment. And I've now taught over 10,000 students, which, that's crazy. Inside my master classes, guides, programs, coaching, which is just, so wild to me. But I genuinely love teaching. Like, I love it. And I love educating people about UGC because of how much it changed my life personally. Like, it really did change my life, and I saw it change so many of my friends' lives that I was like, I can't not teach this. like, I just love it so much. Whether you want to make an extra $1,000 a month with UGC to cover bills, pay for travels, whatever, or if you want to take UGC full-time and make it your full-time income, there are genuinely so many possibilities with UGC. Like, in just 4 months, I was able to go from a beginner to making $5,000 a month with UGC. And honestly, there are very few businesses out there where you can do that. Like, where you can go from beginner to making a full-time income so fast, like, especially when it comes to like freelance jobs. So that was pretty cool. My signature program, the UGC Accelerator, is a 3-month group program that helps you achieve financial freedom with UGC. So you learn all the fundamentals of UGC, you build an incredible portfolio that I personally review, you enter a community of hundreds of other creators going on this journey as well, and then you get live weekly calls with me, learn how to create amazing packages and pitch brands, and how to land 4-figure deals and retainer clients. And I'm literally genuinely so confident in what I teach. I know that it's good. I know that my students get results, that I have a money back guarantee with the program. So it's literally risk free. Either it works for you and you make back your investment in the program, or I'll refund you. You want to get your money back. Like, it's a no-brainer. And it's under $1,000. No $5,000 program for you. Because starting UGC shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. If you want to learn more about the UGC Accelerator, you can find the link to all the details in the show description. But I just love talking about my journey with UGC, and I hope that you found this episode inspiring. Truly, if I can do it, so can you. And I hope that you believe in yourself enough to make it happen, because I'm out here living my best life because of UGC. Look, I'm literally in a hotel in Mexico. I literally get paid to travel. What the heck? What? I travel often around the world. I still spend a few months of every year traveling in my camper van with my dog. I have an apartment in Denver. Like, I'm just obsessed with my life. And I've literally taught dozens of my close friends how to do UGC, and now a lot of them travel full time and like have camper vans and live on the road. Like, it's so cool. So if you have thought about doing UGC, I literally can't recommend it enough. It's one of the coolest opportunities out there right now to make money online and be able to travel and be creative. So if you feel the pull to try it out, just go for it. It could literally change your life. It changed mine. Love you guys. See you in the next episode. If you want to become a UGC creator and get paid to travel, then my UGC Accelerator is for you. Fast track your UGC career with over 40 video trainings, live weekly Q&A calls, and direct access to me as your UGC coach. You'll get personalized feedback, accountability, and a proven 3-month roadmap to start getting paid UGC deals. Plus, an active community of over 100 other creators also on their UGC journeys. Some students have earned over $2,000 in UGC deals within weeks. And I have students like Lene, who quit her nannying job just 4 months after starting the program because of UGC. Or Katie, who's made over $12,000 in her first few months of pitching. Plus, there's a no-brainer guarantee. If you don't make back your investment in the program, I'll give you a full refund. So if you're ready to take UGC seriously, click the link in the description to learn more.